In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front forward upper control arms on this Audi A4. These are going to be located behind the front tires. Let's get into it. In the trunk, lift up where the spare tire is. You can see where the toolbox is right here. Just lift the handle, slide this out. You can open this up. Inside, here's the ring that we're looking for. Now, using the tool from the trunk, just put that in the hole in the center cap, and you can pull the center cap out. Using a 17mm socket, take the lug bolts off. Before I take the last one, I'm just going to hold the wheel on so it doesn't fall. Grab the wheel, slide it off. I'm going to take this bolt out. It goes all the way through. Use a 16mm socket, 16mm wrench. Loosen up the nut. Sometimes the bolts get stuck in there. You might need some rust penetrant. And take the nut off. And just pull that bolt out. Now I'm just going to take a punch and just push up underneath the ball joint, push that through. You can use an air hammer if you want to, or just a punch and a hammer. And just punch that out. Just used a pry bar and a hammer or a punch. That would work as well. Get those out of the way. Just using a pull jack, just going underneath the control arms just to support the lower suspension. I'm going to take this bolt out using an 18mm wrench on the nut, 18mm socket. Take that out. Now we're just going to lower the pull jack. Just carefully make sure there's not too much tension on the brake lines, but the suspension should just settle like that. That's good. Down here next to the brake booster on the driver's side, I'm going to take this bolt out, use a 16mm socket. There may be a cover over here on your vehicle. If you have that, take that cover off. This vehicle does not have one. If you're doing the passenger side, there should be a cover over that side. Take that bolt out. Remove this screw. Use a Phillips head screwdriver. You can raise up on the coolant reservoir. If yours slides out, you can move it out of the way. Otherwise, just use a shorter 16mm socket. Loosen this bolt up. You could also use a ratchet wrench. And take that bolt out. Right here, there's a little cover. Just use a straight blade screwdriver or a pick. Just get under that cover. Pop that up. Using a 16mm socket, take the bolt out, and I'm just going to reach underneath and just grab the coil spring just so it doesn't fall. Take that out. Right here, there is a retainer holding it up. Just using a trim tool. You can use a straight blade screwdriver or even a pick. Just pop this down. And just use some side cutters. Let's cut this off. There we go, that's off. Just grab the whole assembly. It slides down, comes right out. Using a 16mm wrench, we're going to take the nut off and the bolt. Use a 16mm socket. Take that out. The arm slides right out. Take the new arm, line that up, take the bolt, and go through there, and the nut. Get that started. Snug that down. Now you want this as close to ride height as possible, or if you have it all back together, then you could torque these while the vehicle's on the ground with the wheels on it, but it's not that easy to get to. So right about there is good. Snug that up. You want to torque this to 37 foot-pounds and then an additional 90 degrees. Now take the shock assembly, just slide it in place. If you have that clip still, if it's still good, you can push that on just to hold it there. Otherwise, you can get one of the bolts and get that started up top. And before we tighten that down, we're going to get the other one started. And then this one. Now we're going to torque these to 37 foot-pounds. Now get this screw in. Snug that down, and the cover goes over that hole. Push that in place. I'm going to use a pole jack underneath the ball joints, raise up the suspension, get the shock to line up. If you have to twist it, you can do that. Let me just get a screwdriver. Twist it a little bit. Just use a large Phillips head screwdriver. That's good. If you have to, just pry it out a little bit. Tap the bolt in. Just make sure this is close to ride height, so you can raise up on the suspension a little bit. And torque this bolt to 66 foot-pounds. Now lower the pull jack. Take the upper control arms, get those lined up. Push those down. You can use a pry bar. Get the bolt started. Pry this one down a little. Put the nut on. And we're going to torque this bolt to 30 foot-pounds. Now take the wheel, install the wheel, get the hole lined up. Take the lug bolt, get that started. Once you get one in, you can let go of the wheel and get the other one started. And snug those down. Now I'm going to torque the lug bolts to 90 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Just going to go around again, double check. Take the center cap, you can line that circle, the hole with the valve stem, and push it on. Take the little hook, put it back in the tool kit, and close it up. Put it back where it goes, lift the handle, and put the handle down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.